Michael OMara presents Give a F***, a brief inventory of ways in which you can. Written and narrated by Felicity Morse. A battle of f***s. Here's the truth. There are times when being a sensitive, caring human being sucks. This world can be a difficult place to navigate, and if you not only feel all of its pain, but want to change it for the better, then it's easy to become overwhelmed, to burn out, or even check out altogether. Whether we're aware of it or not, most of us are engaged in a philosophical struggle as we go about our daily lives. It's a fight that I have come to see as a battle of f***s. Forget to be or not to be, in this golden age of interconnected agitation, post-Trump, post-Brexit, with so many overwhelming demands on our attention, the existential question we face is whether or not to give an actual f***. It's a question I've sat with for a long time. Working in news for the best part of the last decade, first as a journalist, then as a social media producer, and finally as an editor, my daily diet was once the world's calamities. There were cheery stories too, of course, but it's the terrible ones that became burnt on my mind. The distressing images and footage, humanity facing unimaginable pain and conflict. Empathy is unavoidable and exhausting. There comes a point where caring feels just too much. So I understand if in this battle you'd rather just say f*** it and withdraw into your own comfortable little sphere, murmuring only a cursory, "Isn't it terrible?" at dinner parties. A life where all you really give a f*** about is reclining on the sofa with a large glass of wine and forgetting about the world's woes, because what could you do about them anyway? Perhaps this isn't you, but you know of someone a bit like this. Their f*** it attitude might be dressed a bit differently though, in smug pseudo-spiritual garb. You'll identify these folk by their complacent virtue-signalling smile, their faraway look while you try and engage them with the world, only to be advised that letting go or taking life less seriously is the way forward. It's not that I'm unaware of the spiritual benefits of surrender. It's just that this meditative attitude, though wonderful while omming on the mountaintop, is not much use to those of us who live down below in the marketplace and are continually aware of the utter state of things. Letting go is only the first part of any process. We actually need to pick the important stuff back up again and learn how to care about it so that things move and change. We are part of this world. It affects us and we affect it. It is inevitable that we care. It is natural and it's right. We're challenged by the difficulty of how to do this without ending up enrolling as a member of another passionate tribe, the warrior cadets, a bunch made inactive by the sheer scale of their concern about everything. They aren't much fun to be around, and their hyperactive cousins, sometimes admirable project managers, can be equally annoying in their evangelism. You may or may not recognise yourself among some of these stereotypes. In reality, most of us tend to switch sides fairly regularly, depending on how overwhelmed, irritated, or exhausted we feel. Neither way quite fits the demands of modern life, so the majority of us ping-pong between the two, watching our news feeds, doing overtime at work, and occasionally becoming imbued with a sense of injustice and purpose, until it all gets too much. Then we become wired and tired and pop off for a lie down, that glass of wine, or sign up for a yoga class. Until we become rested, and then we begin to care again, and so the cycle continues. At some point, even the cycle itself becomes ennui-inducing, and we slowly disengage altogether, living a smaller, more convenient life. Then we aren't even challenged by the discomfort of what to give a f*** about, as everything has been arranged to be wonderfully comfortable. We haven't found the answer, so we stop even asking the question, dismissing the activity as worthless. I have joyfully, miserably, painfully, energetically, exhaustedly tried to live my life in all of these arrangements. I have repeatedly floundered and f***ed up, clawed my way back up to the top of the cliff edge, humiliated but fighting, only to be knocked out by yet another falling boulder. This was an emotional battle. I'm actually not very athletic. In 2015, I reached rock bottom. There wasn't anything dramatic that took me there. I wish there had been. That would have been a good story to tell. It was just the culmination of 1,000 little emotional mosquito bites that I finally woke up to and decided that I couldn't live with anymore. Finding myself in this unbearable seeming spot, I had to do something about it. I did a lot of unhelpful and unhealthy things for some time before I started becoming interested in personal development programs.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?